Well, it's certainly been an exciting time the last few days in the extraction gaming world. Boy, I'm not even gonna listen. You know what? You know what? This video is about Gray Zone. This is a Gray Zone warfare video, okay? Gray Zone video, and it's about how you can get started, how you can get a hot little start in Gray Zone warfare, because it comes out in like 6 hours. 6 hours from recording this, 5 hours and 50 minutes. Technically, I'm filming this 10 minutes past midnight. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Anyway, this is gonna be a shorter video, just 6 quick tips to get a little head start in Gray Zone warfare. All right, number one, my biggest tip that I didn't learn as quickly as I should during the playtest: do your quests. I know you say, dude, I want a PvP. Trust me, if you want a PvP, do your quests, because unlocking the level 2 traders, specifically Gunny, is going to be super important in PvP. And it's not just Gunny, you're going to unlock other traders as well that sell you the modding parts for your 7.62 AKs and your 5.45 AKs, whole new traders. And unlocking level 2 on the traders is a huge deal. It's a massive jump from level 1 traders. So do your quests until at least Gunny level 2. But the lab rat and the armor guy, I forget his name, they're all worth it. And I highly recommend not ignoring those too much. But be careful. Some of the quests, if you do a quest for one trader, it might auto-fail the quest for another trader. It's not just about turning it in. If you even do the objective of one of the other traders' quests, there's certain quests that you have to choose which trader you are going to listen to. So read carefully, because I accidentally ranked up Lab Rat before I ranked up the armor guy, and I was kicking myself because I was one quest away, and I was like 2 kills away from completing a quest for the armor dude, and I picked up one thumb drive and it auto-failed the quest I had been working on for like 2 hours, and the quest that I needed to level up the guy I wanted to level up. So just be careful, read the quests, make sure that you're not turning in the wrong one or doing the quest for one of the traders that you is less of a priority for you. And to be honest, let's be honest, Gunny, the gun guy, and the armor guy are going to be your first 2 that you want to level up. Next tip, not all scavs are created equal. Obviously, some have better gear than others. Now, where are those scavs with the juicy gear? If you're maybe down on your luck, or you're maybe need a break from quests and you want to make some money the old-fashioned way, by killing some scavs and getting their loot, getting a few good guns. There's no durability yet in Gray Zone warfare, so grabbing a scav gun isn't the same thing as grabbing a scav gun in Tarkov. But these places marked on the map, I'm sure there's more, but I was Mithras in the playtest, so this is coming from a Mithras man. These are the places I found if you need a little pick-me-up, if you want to go get a few good guns, you're out of money, and you just want to stock up the old-fashioned way by looting bodies. Here are some places where the scavs spawn with a little bit better loot than normal. Now, the next thing is understanding meds. Now, if you come from Tarkov, you're used to a super complicated medical system. But fear not, the medical system's easier than you think it is in the game, right? At least where it is right now. So there's actually only 3 things you really need to worry about. There's a bunch of meds, but there's only actually 3 things you need to worry about. 1, you need a surgery kit. Any old surgery kit will do. They do the same thing. Some have more charges than others, but you want a surgery kit and you want a bandage. You want a heavy bandage, because a heavy bandage will cure both a light and a heavy bleed, unlike Tarkov, which honestly makes no sense. Again, don't get distracted, Gimmick. Don't get distracted by Tarkov. So just grab a bandage. I ended up looting so much gauze around, so I always just carried gauze on me. But the heavy bleed bandages will also work. Third thing you need is a splint to heal fractures and broken bones. Those are the 3 things you need. There's all kinds of, that's it. Surgery kit, gauze or a heavy bleed bandage, and a splint. You could also, painkillers, of course, you could grab some painkillers. We all know what painkillers do. Those are useful, but they're not strictly necessary. There's going to be a lot of different med stuff that you don't know what to do, but those are 3 you need. Now, you might be wondering, why am I still coughing? Why am I not healed? It's almost always because you have to do surgery. And it's different than Tarkov. It's like sometimes you have to do surgery on your head. Like, I can't imagine what that would look like in the field. Or your lungs. Just 90% of the time, if you're still coughing and you're still hurt and you don't know why, it's because you need to do surgery. The other 10% is because you fell from a little too high and your legs are probably broken. Check your legs, they might be broken. Another super important thing is getting the LZs, not just the main LZs, but all the surrounding LZs in the primary towns. Now, there's usually about 3 LZs surrounding each major POI, and 2 of those LZs are usually the hot LZs. And then there's usually a third little sneaky LZ a little bit further away. That's the LZ. That's the most important LZ that you want, because when shit goes down, when it becomes a bloodbath, and it's gonna become a bloodbath because eventually everybody's quests take them to the same towns, and it ends up just being an infinite bloodbath. You want that LZ that's a little bit separated, because when you fly back into the action, that LZ is going to be the one you want to fly back to. So make sure you check around the towns for all of the LZs, not just the obvious hot ones. And here's my last tip before we get started. Choose your faction wisely. I still haven't even decided what I'm going to do. I can't actually start streaming until tomorrow afternoon, so I'm going to be able to see how things have played out. But once you choose a faction, that's your faction. If your friends joined another faction, you won't be able to play with your friends. That's a big deal. I don't like it. That's just how it is right now. Once you're in a faction, you're locked into it, and the people in the other factions, you will never, ever be able to play with them. Well, never, ever until they change it or add some kind of mechanic or something. But as it is right now, once you choose a faction, that's it. You're in that faction. You don't get to change your faction. You don't get to reset your character, as far as I know. Again, this is all from knowledge from the playtest, and it's been less than a week since the playtest, so not that much is going to have changed. So just don't willy-nilly choose your faction. Make sure, call your friends, text your friends, make sure you're all on the same faction before you choose, because it's one and done. That's it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I am in decision paralysis. Still, it's gonna suck. There's gonna be some friends I don't get to play with. That sucks, but it is what it is. Make an informed decision, and good luck. And listen, if you're on my faction, whatever it may be, I'll see you on the battlefield, shoulder to shoulder. And if you're on another faction, I hope that you drown your blood.